What if your smartwatch tattled on you during an emergency? In a good way. Welcome to Next Generation 911, where everything from your thermostat to your left sock just might help save your life. Let's take a not-so-serious but seriously informative dive into the nerdy yet vital world of Next Generation 911. That's next on Tips, Today in Public Safety.
Welcome to Tips, Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Here's your host, Fletch, with today's tips.
Welcome to Tips, Today in Public Safety. This is Fletch. I'm an EMP and I'm Vice President of Public Safety Solutions at 911 Inform. 3 times every week, I bring you the latest, most informative, and sometimes a bit controversial takes on emergency communications. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the concept of end-to-end, or E2E, Next-Gen 911 networks, and why it's way more than just an acronym, broadband, and a shiny new router. If you've ever asked yourself, what the heck is NG911 anyway? You're an excellent company. This is absolutely the number one question I get every single day. And right behind it, I get, well, what's Next-Gen 911 going to do for me? And no, the answer isn't add more acronyms to your life, although that's definitely going to do that. There's more. First, let's get one thing straight. NG911 is not some sleek, singular device, and it's not a shiny box labeled the future. You're not going to find it on Amazon, and no, you can't yell, "Hey Alexa, install NG911." Next Generation 911 is a network of functional elements, all developed by a standards development organization, or SDO, called the National Emergency Number Association, or NENA, and their standards have been approved by the American National Standards Institute, or ANSI, which basically means all the super nerds did their homework and everyone signed off on it and agreed. Now, you may have never heard the term NG911 E2E before, and while it sounds fancy, it's just how I describe the whole emergency call chain, from the person yelling help to the dispatcher to the field responders, right through to the hospital network and even the doctor going to perform procedures. You see, all of this is interconnected on a single, secure, intelligent IP-based network. So imagine it like this. You get hurt, EMS picks you up. That ambulance ride, that's the transport layer of NG911. It gets you from the event, your busted ankle, from showing off on a hoverboard, to the hospital. But what's a hospital? It's not just a building with people in scrubs. It's a container for services, labs, x-rays, blood tests, vending machines with questionable sandwiches. You get the idea. The doctor, well, actually, he's another end user, another consumer of all the data. Their job's to piece together and build a plan of attack for your health issue. Next Generation 911 works the same way. The data comes in, it's processed, decisions get made based on a full, real-time picture of all of the data, and a result is delivered. And here's the kicker. NG911 lets origination networks, you, your smartphone, your smart fridge, or your corporate network, whatever, send context about the emergency when it happens. Now, this certainly includes your exact location, but now environmental conditions, like the carbon monoxide levels in your home, or even biometric data, like your heart rate, your oxygen levels, and respirations. In other words, your smartwatch just might be the best snitch you've ever worn. So all of this data is going to pour in from an ocean of smart devices. Next-Gen 911 is going to ride that wave, processing location information, environmental sensor data, and yes, even biometric readings, and deliver them to your care team. So in actuality, the Internet of Things is about to involve, you heard it here first, the Internet of People. And during an emergency, the NG911 EZNet, that's the Emergency Services IP network that already exists, becomes the secure, encrypted transport highway carrying this data straight to the right place. So what's the bottom line? We're talking about faster care, more accurate decisions, and reduced costs. Not from budget cuts, but because of actual network and process efficiency. Imagine that. So what starts out as a technical upgrade is really turning into something more. It's what I call a fabric of intelligence, built with resilient and redundant data connectivity to a smart web of ecosystems and solutions like the 911 Inform emergency management solution that captures, correlates, and connects people sharing critical information in real time. Not 2 days from now, or over a 9600 baud modem like E911. With the entities that need that actionable data able to now get it, they're ready to provide their services. Oh, and here's the best part. The future, it's not 10 years away. It's not even 5 years away. It's already happening right here and right now. The question is, are we ready to embrace it? Well, at 911 Inform, we're not only ready, but we're ready to show you how. That's it for today's episode of Tips Today in Public Safety. Thanks so much for listening. For more updates and insights, remember to follow me on most social media, and you can visit 911tips.com for a complete archive of our previous episodes. Stay safe. Thanks so much for listening. And if you're in public safety, thanks for what you do every day. We'll catch you next time.
You've been listening to Tips Today in Public Safety, your go-to podcast for today's breaking stories and public safety news. Hosted by Fletch and available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Catch past episodes on 911tips.com. That's 911tips.com. Be sure to like and subscribe, and remember to join us each week for the latest on NG 911. I am Spider Harrison, the official 911 voiceover dude. Catch me on Sirius XM on various channels, including 90s on 9, the 10 spot, and on the Weekend Countdown on Hits 1. Or don't regret it for the rest of your life. Either way, I'm good. Tips is brought to you by 911 Inform, the leading next-generation 911 solution for enterprise compliance with federal 911 regulations. Visit them on the web at 911inform.com. 911 Inform, making every second count when it matters the most.